Hi, my name's Tim Hofflander, and this video is called Money and Addiction. Money problems are sometimes triggers to addiction. If money issues often trigger your addiction, it is almost as important to work on that problem as it is to work on your primary addiction. Key point number one, keep your spending under control. Cut up your credit cards. If you travel a lot, you may need to keep one card for gas and emergencies. Take a pile of shopping catalogs by your bed, call the phone number, and ask to be removed from the firm's mailing list. Don't spend a fortune on things like coffee and drinks. At home you can have them for 20% of the cost. Use the value menu. It's almost always cheaper. Avoid places where you love to spend money. I will give you my personal example of effective avoidance. I have never gone shopping for a new car. I never daydream about how great it would be to own one, and I may never buy one. I don't like the financial ratio. They cost too much, and they lose value too fast. I prefer to buy a high-quality used car. I prefer to spend time doing research on what are the best used cars, rather than paying that unstoppable monthly payment. Also change the small stuff. Cut out prepackaged foods. Pack veggie snacks in plastic bags. Toss some almonds or other nuts in plastic bags. To cut costs, always plan your snacks and lunches. Start bringing your lunch to work. Key point number two, use cash. If you don't put purchases on a credit card, it's impossible to spend more than you earn. Next Monday, embark upon a week in which you will use only cash or a debit card. Then try another week and another until this behavior becomes second nature. Find free ways to get a dopamine rush. Try a new sport, hobby, or game. And the next time you get the urge to shop, log on to YouTube and watch some silly videos. More entertaining and much cheaper. If you find yourself consistently short on money, a budget can help. A budget is simply a plan for how to spend your money. It doesn't have to be fancy. In fact, the key to sticking to one is to make sure it's both realistic and simple. Start one today. Write down everything you spent money on today, from the utility bill you paid by check to the bus ride you paid for with cash. Do the same thing tomorrow, and so on for a full month. Take stock. At the end of the month, create basic categories like food, clothing, shelter, and savings. Then allocate your expenses accordingly. If you're computer savvy, putting them into a simple Excel spreadsheet can make the math easy. If you know you have certain areas of weakness, like eating out, break these out in more detail. Restaurant meals, breakfast at a coffee shop, etc. Play with the numbers. Now that you know how much money you spend each month, you can divide it in ways that are more satisfying. You should end up with a list of all your expenses and how much you would like to spend on them each month. Use this as a guideline for future spending. Sign up for an online money tracking program like Wasabi.com or Mint.com. If you want to read about how to do that, I highlighted that paragraph in the written portion below for you. Do some reading. Try browsing around the site GetRichSlowly.org, a great all-around personal finance website by blogger J.D. Roth, who writes entertainingly and knowledgeably about digging out of debt and investing for the future. There are many websites out there also which will help you become a fan of being thrifty. People who learn to love thriftiness usually have control of their money. Key point number three, read and study the book of Proverbs, which is from the Bible. This is the book of money principles written by the wisest man of all time, Solomon, who was inspired by God to write down these wisdom and money principles. Read a chapter each day. If you do what this book tells you to do, you will solve your money problems, and you may well be on your way to getting rid of other addictions as well. I'd like to thank you for watching. Have a good day.